Hello and good afternoon. Holly Shields here reporting to you live from Sydney at Kalkine Studios, and you're watching the Mid-Market Pulse. Australian shares extended their early gains by the afternoon, tracking a strong finish on Wall Street in the overnight trades. The equity market rose for a third straight session today after the US Federal Reserve indicated that it was in no hurry to raise interest rates, while the Bank of England's decision to keep its benchmark rate at a record low also bolstered sentiments. Investors cheered the reopening of borders by Victoria and New South Wales, which will facilitate free travel between Australia's two biggest states well ahead of the Christmas period. By the afternoon trade, the ASX 200 index was up 42.20 points or 0.57%. The benchmark index opened higher as well today and gained as much as 0.4%. Then on the sectoral front, 9 of 11 sectoral indices were trading in the green zone, led by telecom and property space. The telecom sector was up 1.5% by the mid-session, followed by a 1% gain in A-REIT and material indices. Then utilities, consumer staples, healthcare and consumer discretionary sectors also witnessed a spurt in buying activities, although bucking the trend, the IT sector dropped 0.8%. Undermining firm cues from its US counterpart Nasdaq. Meanwhile, the energy sector extended losses for the second day as crude oil prices sank overnight. Oil prices took a tumble amid a report that OPEC and its allies, led by Russia, rejected US President Joe Biden's pleas for a large production hike. The cartel approved a 400,000 barrel a day output hike for December, which is unlikely to sustain the post-COVID economic recovery. And the top gainer on the ASX pack was fund administration company Link Administration, which surged over 11%. Some of the other top gainers were media business News Corp and REA Group, plus gold miner Northern Star Resources and real estate group Cromwell Property. Then on the losing side, biopharma major Clinuvel Pharmaceuticals topped the chart with a staggering 15.4% loss. Some of the other top laggards were English bank Virgin Money UK, buy now pay later major Afterpay, Westpac and food and beverage business Ingham's. Now before we look at some more stocks, let's take a short break.
Hi there, James Preston for Kalkine TV. Are you into gaming and virtual reality? Does AI and the endless possibilities it entails capture your interest? Or are you constantly trawling through the web to try and discover the latest updates and innovations in the tech space? Well, let us do the work for you. From the latest product launches to shocking affairs on the World Wide Web, exclusive interviews and information about the top companies like Apple and Google to brand new tech startups vying for your attention. Kalkine's Tech Beat has the latest in what matters in the world of technology. Join me every single Thursday on the Tech Beat, exclusive to Kalkine TV.
Welcome back to the Mid-Market Pulse. Let's move on now to the stocks that created a buzz on the ASX today. Shares of Commonwealth Bank of Australia nearly 1% higher after it hiked home loan rates for the second time around in a month. The country's largest home loan lender raised its fixed rates on home loans by 0.1% to 0.5%. And then on Thursday, rival Westpac also hiked rates for the second time in around 2 weeks. The banks are raising home loan rates after the Reserve Bank scrapped its policy to control a 3-year bond yield. And meanwhile, shares of News Corp jumped over 10% after the US-based media company reported robust earnings in the first quarter ending September 30. The media firm has reported over 6-fold growth in net profit to $267 million. Total revenue surged as well 18%. And the company announced a $1 billion US share buyback program and the termination of the Stockholder Rights Agreement. And shares of investment management group Pendal climbed over 2% on robust annual earnings. The fund manager reported a 41.5% jump in net profit for the financial year to September 30. Revenue rose as well 34.6%, as the company proposed to pay a final dividend up to 11% to 24 cents a share on December 16. Meanwhile, shares of Woodside Petroleum dropped 1.5% after the oil and gas major lowered its gas reserve estimates. The energy giant has raised the reserves and resource estimates for 1P filed, located in the Greater Pluto region, by 10%. However, it's lowered its 2P field estimate by around 10% as well, and overall the total reserve estimates dropped a collective 10%. The Greater Pluto project off Western Australia is a significant and valuable resource for Woodside. And meanwhile, shares of Link Administration surged over 11% after the fund administration company received a takeover offer. Link informed its shareholders this morning that it had received a takeover bid from Carlyle Asia Partners, an affiliated entity of the Carlyle Group, to acquire a 100% stake in the company. The bid comprised of a cash offer of $3 per Link Group share and a pro-rata distribution of Link shareholders at $2.38 apiece. The bid values each Link Group share at $5.38, a 24.2% premium to the last closing price. The Link board will consider the proposal, including obtaining advice from its financial, legal and tax advisors. It's appointed Macquarie Capital and UBS as its financial advisors and Herbert Smith Freehills as the legal advisor. Well, with that said, that is a wrap for now in the show, but keep watching Kalkine TV for more trending market updates from Australia and around the world.